Yeah, left, right, out. Interesting stuff's going on in the markets. We don't need to talk about that too much because, the same old, same old. There's irrational exuberance in the markets. It's incredible. I mean, there's certain things that are interesting when you go in like crypto. Some of the moves, like that Shiba Inu coin that's just blowing up. It's like, a new Doge coin. You have Tesla, the market cap on that's, I think their increase is actually bigger than the value of like Ford and GM put together. I mean, I have to look on that, but it was completely insanity comparative to what those companies that make a profit. And I don't think Tesla even turns a profit yet. But anyway, it's completely insane. But let's talk about something else. So, the Alec Baldwin thing, that's incredible because it looks like he might get charged with something. Turns out that I read a story that gun was used in a live fire event before. So, not properly checking the, potential firearms. It's just, a lot of bad juju all over that. And of course, what I forgot to talk about, I think the last time, was when they came out with when the documents surfaced about Fauci and the beagles and his experiments, and then also some monkey experiments, and there's probably more stuff. I mean, this is getting incredibly disturbing what this dude actually funded or approved the funding for. I don't know the justification. Sorry, I keep looking around. I'm in my car. But I don't know the justification of what they did to the beagles or the monkeys. I don't know what kind. That sounds like some Mangala stuff to me. Like, what scientific hypothesis are you proving there, or what are you doing? I have no idea how that gets through. That is incredibly disturbing, and every ounce of, I think, most people's being is just like, this is one of the most disgusting, revolting things I've ever seen. What else was there? I heard the FDA approved the shot for 5 to 11-year-olds, which the least at-risk group alive, which I don't understand why you need. But anyway, we'll get off that. There's just there's a lot of weird stories that are coming out, and it feels like we're at that precipice where these conspiracy theories, now they don't even take like 3 months before we realize that they're fact. But yeah, the Fauci thing, I guess I'll stay on that, because the Fauci thing, that is indicative of the type of person and what they're willing to do in the name of what they call science. Is what kind of it shows a lack of morals, pretty much. How can you let the suffering of now? I mean, sometimes we use animals for experimentation, but there's usually a lot of justification for it in a way. But I don't see how severing vocal cords of a dog and then letting it be eaten by sand fleas. I don't know what we're gaining from that at all. I don't see. It seems more like it seems like a movie plot from Saw or something. It's so sadistic. Oh man, I can't even. It's really hard to even think about. And then the monkey thing too. I think they did something with their brains. I didn't even look into it. I don't want to read that stuff. I don't even want to read about some of the stuff they're doing with people. It's hard to, because it's hard to imagine that people are able to make these kind of decisions. So you don't even look at just Fauci on that. Like, he approved the funding. But you look at all the people downstream, the people who are actually doing this. It's like, how do you go home at night and look in the mirror? But there are people out there that do this, and it's hard for a lot of people to realize that there are some sadistic psychopaths that are in leadership positions and in other positions that are completely okay with subjecting other living beings to some of the most vile treatment. What else? Oh yeah, so we go to censorship stuff. So I don't know if I mentioned this. So I signed up for TikTok for the first time ever, and within 3 hours I'm permanently banned. So there's that. I don't like TikTok, but I was just experimenting, thinking that maybe I can use it for other ventures. And my daughter put on a couple of gymnastics video because she's really talented, and I get permanent banned. Nothing outrageous, because the first video I see on there is some chick shaking her ass with in skimpy clothes. My daughter's dressed conservatively and just showing off her abilities. She thought it was harmless. I didn't even realize she was posting all these, posting these gymnastics videos, but it's pretty harmless, and they permanently banned me, which is fine. I don't really care. Maybe I'll just create a new email if I really need to get a TikTok. But so like I'm getting off there. I'll post most of my stuff on Rumble, and that's it. The Rumble is acquiring locals. So now we're getting to the point where we might have a little bit of competition in the social media space. But Rumble gained traction there for a while, and now it's kind of slowed down. But I think they're still doing well. They're attracting new audiences, especially if you get like Steven Crowder and stuff over there. And then I've been posting on there, and then I know I'm doing some other adventures on there that I think Rumble could be it. Could be the platform that we need to move to. And then if they're acquiring locals, that's a positive thing. So I have a locals account, but I haven't done anything on. I'm going to start doing stuff on it in various capacities to promote those competing platforms to this, because this YouTube stuff, the Facebook especially, Facebook's number one in this. It's getting completely ridiculous. It is, and they got contracts with the government, so I'm going to call them a government corporate entity, a government corporate fascist entity, a fascist relationship. It's getting completely ridiculous that you can't have opposing opinions. They are fostering the culture war. They are putting the gas on the fire, driving us into almost a civil war type mentality, censoring and compiling narratives and keeping people in a box, and then purposely pissing other people off. So I'd rather go over to these freedom-oriented, because it's not like they're just conservatives. I know there's articles saying that these are right-wing. No, it just happens to be that's the only place you can have any other opinion. But they're more welcoming of a liberal opinion, other opinions. Like, you can go on there and rant and rave about that. It's more about freedom of speech. Like I said before, it's like we used to, First Amendment's for the government, but at the same time, we live by those principles as individuals in this country, and we seem to forgotten that. And we used to apply that principle that we looked at another person and they have the right to have an opinion. We gave that, we lived in that essence, but we don't do that anymore. But anyway, I'll leave it here. It's incredible times we live in. I'll talk to you later. Peace.